Welcome back to Key Messianic Prophecies, a podcast brought to you by Telios, a private 501c3 nonprofit foundation dedicated to the research and accurate teaching of the Bible, founded by Bill and Jeanette Stewart. On this episode, we will take a look at the prophecy found in Zechariah 13:7-9. Now, remember our context from the previous episode. Zechariah was addressing Israel, and in these recent chapters, he's been discussing the purging of sin from Israel in the end times and how that is going to relate to the individual known as the Messiah. We've seen the references to this messianic figure, the rejected and pierced shepherd of the last couple of chapters, and now in chapter 13, we learn of the shepherd who will be struck, and as a result, the sheep in the shepherd's care will scatter. Some of you will remember that Jesus himself quotes this verse specifically when instituting the Last Supper, right before heading to the Garden of Gethsemane, and he quotes this saying that the disciples will abandon him. And we also see in Zechariah's prophecy that there will be a period of time in which the Lord will bring a remnant of the scattered people through a time of trouble, refining them. This remnant will ultimately call upon the name of the Lord, who will rescue them, and he will claim them as his people, and they will claim him as their God. Those words may sound familiar. We've encountered them already in Jeremiah, but perhaps more commonly known is the fact that these words occur in John's Revelation, the final book of the New Testament, specifically in chapter 21. This is the great reconciliation, which Zechariah's prophecy anticipates. Paul himself picks up on this in his explanation in Romans concerning Israel's stumbling with regard to Christ, but how Israel has not been cut off, and God is himself preserving a remnant among them, as he has done throughout the Old Testament. So, clearly, Zechariah's prophecy deals with some significant concepts relating to the Messiah and Israel's dealings with him. The New Testament writers pick up on it time and again, relating these words to events surrounding Christ and the eventual eschaton. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Key Messianic Prophecies. On the next episode, we will finish up the Old Testament with a look at Malachi, before concluding our study on the final episode with a general look at how the New Testament interprets the Old.